Today on The Express, we're going to dance like we know you're watching. On today's show,
most of the time we function as just a family and friends, just having fun.
The Now or Never crew.
This is 1982, and that's about as far back as this exhibition goes.
Photographer Chris Randle's dance retrospective.
It's much more about the thoughtfulness of the body or the images being created.
Edom Dance's latest production. The Arts Umbrella Dance Company.
It's for sure a really intense, solid, training-based company.
See that and more local expression. Welcome to our Express special on the Vancouver International Dance Festival. I'm Johanna Ward at the Roundhouse. Flamenco, Buto, ballet, Bollywood fusion. This festival showcases all kinds of culturally diverse contemporary dance, including an old school b-boy battle.
Breakdancing or b-boying originated in New York City, but you don't have to travel to the Big Apple to get a taste of real b-boy talent.
The b-boy culture in Vancouver, it's growing. It's still fairly, I guess, compared to other cities, we're still kind of smaller.
Jarek Hizon is a member of Now or Never crew, and he says like any other group, they train and practice as often as they can.
Just like professional sports, you gotta train hard for it because there's a lot of injuries, especially if you're trying out really hard moves. If you don't warm up properly or you don't stretch, you can really injure yourself.
You're sore in places like you never thought you'd be sore in, and you'd get a lot of, especially if you do a lot of spin moves, like myself, I would get a lot of burns on my shoulders. We call them b-boy burns.
B-boying runs in Jarek's family. His little brother Jamie credits his start into the b-boy culture because of his brother. For Victor Tran, a gymnastics background provided a natural base for his b-boy career.
It was a perfect fit, not because of the moves, but more because of, I guess, the body, the build, and also I understood my body better. So when I wanted to learn any kind of physical moves, it was easier for me because being upside down would be like second nature to me.
With their involvement in the Vancouver International Dance Festival, they hope it'll encourage youth to take up the art.
It's the children that look up to the dancers and the scene itself, and so we're the ones, especially Now or Never crew in the dance world right now. We're teaching all the younger generation to come up, and we're doing whatever we can to teach them and inspire them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Criss, cross, side, step, switch, take your feet higher. So it's here. Kick. You use the ball of your foot, extend that. Kick, step. There you go.
These future B-girls are learning from one of the most accomplished crews in the country. This tight-knit group of dancers know their friendship is what makes this crew click.
Sometimes, when necessary, we function as business partners, but most of the time we function as just a family and friends, just having fun, because that's the root of our crew, friendship. Yeah.
In Vancouver, I'm Melanie Pineda for The Express.
The Now or Never crew is performing March 18th and 19th, 7 o'clock on the Blends Community Stage, which is the free stage here at the Roundhouse. Now, the Vancouver International Dance Festival is about celebrating the art of dance, and this year, the immortalization of it, with 30 photographs chronicling 30 years of dance in Vancouver.
I get all the energy of the dancer. They're not posing for a camera, they're dancing. And that's what I like to capture. These dancers are performing live for the audience. I mean, it's an amazing thing, and they're back and forth, running in and out, and sweating, and the intensity. So this, for me, is as much fun as it gets. It's always low light levels, black boxes, movement, fast films, grainy images. So it's hard to capture dance. What do you see when you look at that?
I'm guessing that it's a skirt, like a dancer in a skirt. I don't know, tutu maybe?
Okay, most people say, okay, it's a really big tutu, and these are the legs and everything, but that's not what it is, and it's one of the reasons I love it. This is actually a pool of light, so the dancer is down like this, with the arms down here. These are not legs, but those are the reflections of the arms on the floor.
Wow.
So it's just one of those odd things that you get. You do these things, you don't worry, and you look at it afterwards because sometimes it surprises you, and this turned out to be one of my favorite photos.
It's beautiful.
I think when dance started, the dance that I photographed about 30 years ago, we were all just beginning. A lot of these people were just beginning. And I don't think we were nearly as good as we are now. This is 1982, and that's about as far back as this exhibition goes. So this is Karen Jameson, and this is what we talked about the beginning of dance. And
the style, because I see the leotard there, which
totally,
you can buy these days at American Apparel.
Yeah, you sure can. But this is Karen, what, 28 years later. The same piece remounted, so there's a history in dance that's quite fascinating. Almost all these photographs are done in dress rehearsals. And the dress rehearsal is the last chance before showtime. They're intense, so there is a lot of intensity in all this, I think.
Do you dance?
No.
No?
No.
You just dance through the camera?
I just dance through the camera.
From the past to the present, a Chris Randle retrospective is on display here at the Roundhouse until March 19th. Now, just like the name says, the Vancouver International Dance Festival brings in artists from around the world, but it also shines a light on our local performers, like the talented dancers from the Arts Umbrella Dance Company.
These are some of Vancouver's finest dancers, and many of them are still teenagers.
The Arts Umbrella Dance Company is part of our professional training program. It is by audition, and this year we have 36 dancers in the senior company. It's so important that you stay true to the intention of what the choreography is about.
It's not a extracurricular hobby thing. It's for sure a really intense, solid training-based company.
The dancers in this program get to work with national and international choreographers.
So these young dancers get to do the kind of work that you only get to do when you're in a really good company.
And one of those choreographers is James Kadelka, the former artistic director of the National Ballet of Canada, who created Bird Dance.
It's very intricate, very detailed. It's challenging because it's not just you, it's all these other people, and you have to make sure you're all doing the exact same thing.
It's a quartet of a boy and a girl and then two other boys behind them. It's a mesmerizing work of poetry.
You can see this piece called Snow and Bird Dance when the Arts Umbrella Company performs at the Vancouver International Dance Festival.
It's just such a broad variety of different things, and it's just so great to be a part of something like that.
I think it's a great thing to have in Vancouver because I think dance is so important for the community. Every city is so important, and so to promote dance.
Be sure to check out the Vancouver International Dance Festival. It may be your last chance to see many of these talented local dancers.
I consider the Vancouver International Dance Festival really good luck because the dancers who did the premiere of our new work then are now all dancing in Europe. I mean, if you dance in the Vancouver International Dance Festival, you're going to get jobs.
I'm Bianca Solterbeck in Vancouver for The Express.
The Arts Umbrella Dance Company is performing on the Free Blends community stage here at the Roundhouse March 8th and 9th at 7 o'clock. And then later this month, the dancers are all heading to Holland to perform. You're watching our Express special on the Vancouver International Dance Festival, and we've got more great local talent coming up.
After the break, the Source Dance Company.
We're kind of like a second family, so really when we perform, it's just so much fun.
Edom Dance's Life Sentences.
The things that we are unable to avoid in our lives. So it's like I'm using the title to reference those kinds of things in our lives.
You're watching local TV on The Express.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.